And we're off and rolling. Let's get to it here on Wallys 15 at 5 on Periscope and on later on YouTube. You can get interactive. You can make a point right down there on the bottom of the screen. Where is it? Right there at the bottom of the screen. My big finger. That's a big freaking finger. Look at that. Our broadcasting show here is brought to you by David Fowl Insurance, the #1 all-state agent in all of San Antonio. 257-0117. The #1 guy in all of San Antonio. You can tweet the show as well at SA Radio Boy. Take part in our normal poll question of the day. I really didn't have a good one today, so I left it off. All right, let's get right to it. The opening segment brought to you by Wallys Deli Food Truck, one of the highest-rated food trucks in all of San Antonio, Texas. How about that? If you're a commercial property looking to bring a food truck and some lunch right to your tenants, right to your parking lot, contact me today at saradioboy@gmail.com, saradioboy@gmail.com. Maybe you got an event going on, a weekend thing going on. Get in touch with me, saradioboy@gmail.com. All right, topic number one for this afternoon are your San Antonio Spurs, as they are back in action today, folks, at home against the Dallas Mavericks. No Marcus Aldridge tonight, no Marcus. So we may, in fact, see the debut of Lucas Samanic, who is active tonight. How about that? So is that the white flag? Here's my white flag. Is that the San Antonio Spurs waving the white flag today? Is that it? Could be. Rudy Gay, though, says, quote, "I think we're a playoff team. And when we get there, I think teams will be scared to go against us." All right, Rudy. All right, listen, that's what you expect Rudy Gay to say. But how about this one, folks? And I want the Spurs to make the playoffs. I think that's the best thing for them. If they miss the playoffs, you know, what are they going to do? Get a better draft pick by 2 picks, as I've said 100 times. But watching NBA action last night, wouldn't it be better, and let's be honest, wouldn't it be better to have Zion Williamson and the Pelicans get the 8th spot and have them face the Lakers in the first round? After watching last night's battle between those two teams, isn't that the better thing? Isn't that more interesting to do that? I think it is. I think I would rather see that. In fact, I know I would rather see that. I think the entire country, frankly, would rather see that. So, Zion's got a long way to go. 3-point shot's not his deal. The free throw line is not his deal. He doesn't have a signature move and not a go-to move at this point. He's got a lot of work to do, but nevertheless, he's been terrific so far, better than I thought he would be. And think about this. If he gets the New Orleans Pelicans to the playoffs, he would be the first overall pick to average 20 points a game and lead his team to the playoffs since Tim Duncan in 1997. How about that? So there's your trivia question of the day. The Lakers, by the way, will not be scared of Rudy and company if those two teams get hooked up in the first round. They're just not. The Lakers, frankly, won't be scared of playing Zion and the Pelicans either, for that matter. But to be honest, it'll be a much more interesting series should the Pelicans and Zion Williamson play LeBron James and the LA Lakers. That's just facts. What more can you say? All right, topic 2. The CBA has been approved by the player reps in the NFL and now heads to the rank and file for their approval. We'll see how that goes. It looks like it's 50-50, which is probably all you'll need to get it through, 51-50. But nevertheless, here's the downside, though, of this whole thing. Reports say that the teams will rotate 9 home games and then the following year have 8 home games. So rather than doing the smart thing, which as I suggested this entire week, is to have that game, that 17th game, played on a neutral field, the NFL has decided, at least at this point, to play those games on the home, on the regular fields that they already have. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It makes so much more sense to play it on a neutral field, like the Alamo Dome. Name the college station. Name the college football stadium somewhere in the country that they could play at. There's plenty of facilities to play at, plenty of places to play, and they're going to choose to do it this way. It just doesn't make sense to me. This is a great opportunity that the NFL has failed to cash in on. Maybe this changes down the road. I don't know. Shot in the dark SA says DKR. No question about that. You could play at the Cotton Bowl, but then you're going into Dallas's market already anyway, so that really doesn't make any sense. DKR makes sense. The Alamo Dome makes sense. Playing the 17th game at a neutral field makes so much sense. It's ridiculous, but the NFL has decided, at least at this point, to not go in that direction. Topic 3. On a serious note, this is the 27th anniversary of the first bombing of the World Trade Center in New York. Mrs. Passequita, believe it or not, worked on the bottom floor of that building on that particular day 27 years ago. Got all of her people out of the Citibank branch that was located there, closed up shop for Citibank, and that's why she makes the big bucks today. That's topic number 3. Happy anniversary. 94% of you in topic 4 told me that you are not likely to vote for Mike Bloomberg because Tim Duncan endorsed him. That's interesting. I think you would buy an automobile at Gunn Chevrolet because Tim Duncan endorsed it. I think if Tim Duncan endorsed, I don't know, a television, a TV brand, a cable brand, I think you would be more apt and more likely to buy that. But I think when it comes to your politics, I don't think you're going to go down that way, especially in a very Republican type area like the state of Texas. Topic number 5. Mike McCarthy said today that Dak Prescott is indeed his quarterback, okay? Also, apparently Jason Witten is not likely to stay with the Cowboys. And a lot of people agree with this, which doesn't make any sense to me. I don't. Jason Witten had 63 catches last season, which was good for 8th amongst tight ends in the NFL. You don't want the 8th best tight end? Arguably, obviously. 8th best tight end on your football team? Well, if you don't want him, I'll take him on the New York Jets. And if he wants to go to the Jets and get hooked up with his former head coach, Jason Garrett, with the Giants, so be it. I'd like to have him with the Jets. The Jets need a tight end as well. I would sign Jason Witten. If he can give me 50 catches as a tight end, I'm taking it all day freaking long. Dumbass of the day. I don't have one today. It appears everybody was pretty smart today, so that's a good thing, I think. It really is. That's it. That's all I got today. As I always like to tell you, if there's someone out there that you think is maybe in trouble, that you know is having some issues, and is maybe thinking about suicide, there's some answers for you. Call the suicide hotline. Get that number to the people that need the help. 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-8255. Give them that number. Make the call yourself. Tell them you know somebody that's in trouble. Maybe they can help them. Maybe we can save a life. That's what the whole idea is. All right. That'll do it for today's 15 at 5 p.m. here on the Wally Network. Enjoy the Spurs game tonight. Tomorrow, we'll react to tonight's game and get more NFL. I'm sure there'll be more chatter going on at the Combine, so we'll get into that all tomorrow as well. Until that time, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll be back on Facebook. Facebook may have changed their thing for live videos, but maybe we'll be back tomorrow. Maybe not. If not, we'll see you on Periscope. Have a good night, folks. Peace out. Time to go pick up the kiddies. See ya.